Hey golf people, on today's episode I'm taking a caddy out on course. No, not that type of caddy. We're taking out the Arccos Smart Caddie. I'm gonna see what kind of round I can shoot out here, how good that advice is, and how good the Arccos data is for all you folks thinking about putting that system into your bag. Now, the Arccos system relies on these little sensors in the back of your club. That's how it knows what club you have in play. Between that and the sound of you actually making contact with the ball, that's how it registers a shot. A lot of people ask me, does it pick up your practice swings? It really doesn't, because what happens is it's listening, this device on me, the Link or your phone, depending on which one you're using, actually listens to the sound of the shot, and so it does not pick up any of those practice swings. Now, what it will do, however, is if you kick back a putt to a playing partner, or maybe you juggle the ball or something like that, you will get shot data added to the app because it thinks you're taking a shot. So just be careful of that. This here is the little Link device, and you can either use your phone as the sensor or that device. The device is sold separately, but I really like playing with that rather than having my phone in my pocket, and that's where it would have to be. It would have to be in your leading pocket if you use your phone. I like having the Link device. It costs just a few bucks and it pays dividends to me in terms of playability and ease of use. Now, if you're lucky enough to have a new Ping or Cobra club, and there's some new manufacturers coming on board as well, you might actually have that grip installed automatically right there. That's the Arccos grip. All right, so I'm stepping up to the first tee here, and I'm gonna go ahead and launch the app. All right, now we're connected, and we can always ask Caddy down here on the right what he thinks we should go for. So the optimal strategy here is actually a 3-wood. I would not have guessed it, and I think that's because I could potentially reach the water. I've never taken 3-wood off of this hole. I'm not sure I love that play. We can tap for an alternate strategy here. I'm gonna go ahead and say driver. If we go driver, we can go 50-degree wedge. I think I like that strategy. I think this was the right play. I'm glad we switched. All right, now I'll be interested to see what the Smart Caddie tells me this time, because this is a hole that if you watch the show, I come up short a lot. All right, so it's saying that we have 116 to the pin, 122 to the back, and these are supposed to be correct because I did move that pin around to where it was on the green, at least from what I could see by eye. 106 to the front. It's recommending a pitching wedge here, which is a great recommendation normally, but I will say, I'm gonna go ahead and see all adjustments. So it will adjust for wind, slope, temperature, humidity, and altitude. So what you're seeing on the right-hand side here, the green is like the Arccos number. So it's saying that I need to hit it 119. We'll give it a shot and see. I hope I don't come up short because I do feel the wind. It's up there, and I gotta say, I didn't think that this club would get there with the wind, but the Arccos Caddie was actually right. All right, now you can probably see this is a very narrow green, and I am absolutely pin high. This green is only about 7 to 8 yards wide, and there's my ball right here. It's exactly pin high. So big kudos to the Smart Caddie there, because I would have absolutely hit 9 and I'd be back here somewhere in the rough chipping back up. Let's see if we can make a putt. Whoa! Whoa! I'm walking off the hole here, and you can see how I played that hole. I hit a 237-yard drive and a 113 pitching wedge, and it's saying 2 putts. Did it say 2 putts? Let's see. Nope, it actually says 1 putt. So sometimes putts don't register. That's the one thing about this system, but it's really simple. Down there at the bottom, I'm gonna go ahead and add a putt. And we are good to go to the next hole. All right, hole 2 here. I actually have to manually go over to hole number 2. We're gonna go ahead and hit Ask Caddy. It's saying that I should go driver, 9-iron. I would love to be putting a 9-iron in my hand. Down at the bottom, you can actually change strategy here to see what it would be like if you hit a 3-wood. We could also go 3-wood, 3 hybrid. Don't like that play at all. I really do like driver, 9-iron. I will say my 3 hybrid, because I've only got 5 or 6 rounds in here, my 3 hybrid really is a 220 club, but this thing is telling me 176 is the average, and That's really just because I didn't hit the club very well when I was actually using the app those first few times. So I've actually taken the hybrid out of the bag since as well, and we've replaced it with another 4-iron. I actually have 2 4-irons today, but there's a little update. But that's how you do it. That's how you have an optimal strategy. I'm gonna go driver here, of course. Uh-oh, that's right. All right, so I'm in the rough, I'm behind these trees. I really have no clear shot of the green. I'm pretty much in jail, in fact. Let's see what the app has to say. I'm 218 from the flag, so it's recommending a 3-wood, but of course I've really got no play here to hit a 3-wood and get to the green. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and hit back. And I'm first gonna move the pin to where I think it is. The pin is in like the middle of the green, so from what I can see. The optimal strategy is actually to punch out with a 7-iron to about 66 yards, which is what I'd really love to do. And that would be great, except I can't get a 7-iron up in the air here. Let me go ahead and exit that. It doesn't know that I'm underneath a tree, obviously. So what we're gonna do is something similar. I'm gonna punch out with like a 4-iron, try to get to that same distance and see if we can make a tough par. It's wet, but we got the job done there. All right, now this is where I would have loved to have been on my drive. It's telling me I've got 139, but it is uphill. So it's recommending my 145 club basically, which is my 8-iron, because the real true distance they're saying is 141. Pretty good shot. Let's see if it's the right club again. Yeah, it was. So that pin ended up being more in the front than the middle, I'd say. That's why my ball's a little bit further away, but that's the thing with this system is sometimes you're gonna get it right by eye and sometimes you won't, at least where the flag stick is. Now, if I had a pin sheet, which I probably should have, I would have known that. Live and learn, right? As you saw, I actually tapped that in as well, and you'll want to do that if you want it to record the putts automatically. Let's see if it did it. You can see up top we're at 3. I'm gonna go back to 2 just to make sure. Yes, 2 putts, but I did not have a par. It actually missed a shot there. It missed my little punch out. So that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and edit that shot. I know where I was. I'm gonna hit add a shot right here. Okay, that was a little 90-yard punch out. And I can actually tell it what club it was. I used a 4-iron to punch out there, and I was right about here. So let's call it 87 yards exactly. I added that shot. Now you can see we actually had a bogey. It did record those 2 putts, and we can go on to the next hole by hitting this button here. And we will see here where the flag is. Now that should be a back flag. Even though I'm looking right into the sun, I'm pretty sure we generally go middle, front, back, that sort of thing. I'm gonna guess it's a back flag. We're gonna go ahead and ask the caddy here what we've got. It's saying 6-iron 161 is the optimal strategy. I think that's the strategy I'll go with. I don't want to go 7-iron or hybrid and have to do anything really wild. On par 3, I'll just trust it, okay? Oh, I left it out to the right. Well, hard for me to tell if that was the right distance. I'm pretty sure it was, though. Just a bad swing. Gotta get up and down here, guys. Gonna have a chance at it anyways. All right. Love getting up and down. All right, we're stepping up to the 4th hole. We are 1 over. I'm interested to see what the optimal strategy here is, to be honest, because I've thought that maybe I should go 3-wood here sometimes because there's some water on the right, there's a bunker on the left that's reachable. So let's see what the caddy has to say. I'm gonna bounce back to my 3rd hole here. And yes, that's exactly right. I had a 133 6-iron, not too exciting there. Really mishit that one. A 27-yard chip and 1 putt, beautiful. I am an up and down man. All right, let's go ahead and ask the caddy. Let's see what, I like that sipping scotch. Driver is the optimal strategy here. And if I hit the perfect drive, I will be right around there. We'll go ahead and move to the flag to where we think that flag is, just to be sure. Gosh, I can't see it, it's behind the trees, so we'll have to do that on the next shot, but we'll go driver here. If I can hit it 257, I'll be real happy. Let's do it. Pretty good, but I don't think it's 257. Now I do want to say this, because every time I do some sort of app video or GPS video, people are always like, well, I wouldn't want to have to fuss with it on the course like that. It's going to take up too much time. Well, I'm fussing with it, but you don't have to, okay? I'm fussing with it because I have to give it a proper review and show you all the features. But in reality, it's a very quick process. And you'll see I have to adjust some shots here. I'm doing that in real time. I could do that after the round as well. Most people can remember their round and the shots they hit for the most part. So don't think that you have to spend a ton of time and it's gonna hold you up. This system is actually really, really fast, which I like about that. And if I am gonna fuss with it, normally I'd actually fuss with it from the next tee box while I'm waiting for someone else to hit or whatever the case may be. So don't let that fear get in the way, okay? Here we go. All right, well, as you can see, I am smack dab in the fairway bunker here, and that's kind of what I was thinking. I was wondering if 3 wood would have been the play here sometimes, especially depending on the direction of the wind, which right now is at me. Well, you live and learn. Maybe it will update the system next time I come up to this hole and adjust for that. So I'm gonna get the pin set here. We're gonna go back. The pin looks like, now that definitely looks like a back pin. I'd say back left, right around there, give or take. It's not a complete science. I'm 227 from my last shot. Let's ask the caddy what it's thinking from here. My optimal strategy is a 50-degree wedge. Now, I wonder if it's taking the bunker into effect. I don't know for sure. That I don't know because I'm not actually standing in the bunker. Let me see if I stand in the bunker if that does anything. Let's see. Yeah, that doesn't change it. So I'm not sure it actually adjusts for distance in the bunker. Usually I hit 1 extra club when I'm in a bunker. But you know what, I'm gonna trust my caddy. Now the one thing the caddy doesn't do is take care of the grooves on your clubs and wash them off. Okay, it was a decent shot. I'm short of the green. And that was a little bit of my fear there. I didn't think this club could quite get there out of the sand, out of this type of sand for sure. It's gonna depend on the course though. Clearly this sand is a little damp. It's the early morning. This app could never know the actual conditions of the course at the time. So there's gonna be your own judgment involved, surely. You can't solely rely on this thing, but so far it's been pretty good. Now let's get up and down. Oh, I don't think I hit it. I didn't hit it. That mistake's definitely on me. I mean, we could say that the club selection wasn't great, but I should have gotten up and down from there, no doubt about it. Let's see if the app is right and we got 3 putts there. Oh, I'm still kicking myself, but here's the thing about golf is you just got to put that stuff out of your mind and move on to the next shot. People that throw their clubs in the lake here to the right or, you know, start smashing things, I don't understand that stuff myself. This is a game of mental toughness. You got to move on to the next hole. That's golf. You're not going to hit great shots every time. It did not register the 3 putts there. Thank you for your help there, but we're going to have to go ahead and add a shot. Actually, we're not going to add a shot. Sorry. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and hit putts and hit 3 putts there, and that's a 3-putt bogey. We're going to also jump in here. Yeah, okay, it was correct. That's where we hit the first putt from, which was just off the fringe. And we had 3 putts there. It's a shame, but that's life, guys. Let's see if we can go birdie and get that one out of our head. Woo. Good one. That's a good one. Let's go ahead and ask the caddy what it recommends here. We've got 120. It's saying pitching wedge. I'm in the rough, and because of a couple of other factors, I'm going to go 9-iron here. It's really a bad lie. All right, middle of the green. And now we've got a birdie putt. Oh, I love to do that. That's exactly what I was talking about on the last hole. You got to put that shot out of your mind from 4, move on to 5. We made up for it there. We are back in business. 5th hole, we went driver no. We've got to edit a shot there because the link turned off. So we're going to go ahead and add shot. I was right about here. Let's see. It was a 4-iron to here. And it was actually 1 putt, guys. That's a birdie. Let's move on to 6 here. Okay, so 6. This is a hole where I almost always hit 3-wood. I'm interested to see what this thing's gonna tell me here. Sipping scotch and calculating, love it. It's telling me driver. I wanna see a different strategy here, which is 3-wood 8-iron, and that's the strategy I'm gonna use, the alternate strategy here, guys, okay? And by the way, why the alternate strategy? I can actually hit this into the bunker on the right. I could be out of bounds left here. It's just a little too tight for me to go driver, especially the way I'm hitting driver. That is nice and safe. No roll, but we'll take it. I said no roll, huh? It actually went sideways. There's the hole. I came from back this direction. All right, we're gonna check the flag here. Oh, I got the sweat dripping down off my hat again today. It's hot in Florida, guys, and it's getting on my screen. I need to find a dry place on my body for this. There isn't one, I don't think. It's hot. All right, we're gonna go back here. We're gonna set where the flag is. It's pretty middle. I'd say it's there. Let's ask the caddy here what it's thinking. Wind is behind me, by the way. 173 6-iron. I like that play. It is a little bit uphill, but let's see if we can get there. Wow, it's actually long. I think I made a mistake here. I was here judging the distance and I wasn't 5 yards up in front of my ball. That might have been the difference. I guess either that or I am just the Hulk today. I assume it had the wind calculated in there because it's supposed to, so good shot. Maybe it's just not used to me hitting such good shots. Now, this thing gets more accurate, obviously, the more rounds you put into it. I've only, like I said, played 5 or 6. I just unlocked the caddy, basically. So it's maybe not perfect. Like I said, I talked to you about that 3 hybrid, for instance, that it's not correct in terms of distance. So this gets more accurate as you go. And hopefully after this round, it'll provide me even better decisions. All right, another really disappointing bogey there. Oh, that one stung. I hit a pretty good chip, but I was above the hole. I was hoping that would roll out a little bit more, and then I just pushed the putt. So we're going to the 7th hole here. Let's go ahead and set where the flag is, which I think is about there. 174, wind is definitely behind me, 7 miles per hour, you can see that. And we've got 6-iron play. Let's do it. Now all the workers are up there, but they're waving me to play, so hopefully I don't kill them. You're good? Good? Gosh, I hope I don't kill. I think it's over their heads. Woo! I got a round of applause from the maintenance men. I'll tell you what, those guys were braver than me. They just literally stood there and watched my ball go right over their heads. I guess that's what it feels like to be on the PGA Tour. You ever see those crowds that are like right to the right of those guys? I'm like, man, if they shank it, someone's gonna eat it. These guys are brave. You guys are braver than me. I guess you've been out here a few times before. Just a couple. Nice shot. Hey, thanks, guys. All right, that's what it feels like to be on the PGA Tour. That was an opportunity wasted, but that sure was fun, okay? So we actually had a gallery. Now we have a caddy and a gallery. We really feel like we're out on tour today. Oh, hold it left. My hands are slipping a little bit right now. I'm so hot. We're standing in the bunker. It's saying 3-wood is my optimal strategy right now, but I can't hit a 3-wood out of that shot. So now we're finding out some of the flaws in this system. Doesn't seem to be taking the lie into account. And that's why I'm having to adjust. You saw me adjust. I hit that 9-iron when we made the birdie on 5. I've had to adjust a few other times here. But that's real life, right? A regular caddy is gonna give you advice and you're gonna either take it or not. So far I'd say it's right about 75 to 80% of the time. And then you gotta make your decisions that other 20% of the time. I'm gonna see if I can get up and over that with, I'm gonna go 5-iron here just to make sure we clear it. And I'm glad I went 5-iron because that did just barely make it over. Now, by the way, I got my Arccos system from the fine folks at playbetter.com, where I get all my golf technology, and you should too. They've got an easy 30-day hassle-free return policy, the best prices on the internet, and they support this show. I'm gonna leave some links down there in the description below. When you hit those links, you help this show, and I really appreciate your support as well. All right, I found the fairway here. That was a pretty good 5-iron. Let's see what we've got. First, we're gonna have to again set the pin now that I can actually see it. I'm gonna say it's up around that area. I'd rather be long than short one way or the other because there's this giant bunker in there. We're gonna go ahead and ask the caddy what it thinks. It's crunching the numbers. Optimal strategy from here says 3 hybrid. This is that problem I told you I was having where this 3 hybrid is not the right club. So I can hit a 168 6-iron. I think we'll do that. All right, guys? Oh, it's a good shot. Please carry the bunker. Yeah. Oh yeah, we got another birdie putt, guys. All right, we are due to make another putt, right? I've had a couple there that I should have made. I should have made the putt back there on 3. But again, I've got to erase that, put it out of my memory, make a nice, firm, confident stroke right now. Confidence is so important in golf, guys. And that's one of the big reasons I do these reviews, is so that you can feel confident in the choices that you make. A lot of people actually watch these reviews after they've bought a set of clubs, and they want to make sure that they made the right decision. I can't tell you if it's the perfect decision for you. I can only show you what these clubs do for me. But I want you to have confidence when you stand over your set of clubs, whatever it is. By the way, I think that caddy is spot on because it said that I'd hit that 6-iron 167. I had 171 to the hole. It's exactly the amount of putt I've got left here, which is kind of creepy. Oh, didn't break. It was right where I hit it, just didn't break. It just didn't break, and what are you gonna do about that? On to 9, we're 2 over. Let's see if we can end with a birdie. That'd be a great way to finish it. I'm gonna go ahead and place the flag. I'm gonna go ahead and go middle. All right, guys, and we're gonna go ahead and ask the caddy here. It's telling me 54-degree wedge, 86 yards. Let's do it. Let's end strong. Birdie time. Oh, I didn't hit it all the way. I didn't quite catch it. Oh, this rough swallowed my club. It would have been the club. Ooh, I got aggressive. Ah. Ah. All right, 9th hole. We had a bogey, and that's correct. 255-yard drive, a 54-degree wedge, 54-degree, and 2 putts. That's gonna do it. So now what you're gonna do is, if you are done, you're gonna go ahead and click that little 3 arrow up top, and you're gonna go ahead and hit end round, and you're gonna hit continue, and then it's gonna put all of your stats together. How did Arccos perform during the round? Do we have app issues or very well? You tell me. Let me know down below in the comments what you think. I'm gonna go ahead and say it performed very well. We did have a couple of issues there where maybe it didn't choose the perfect shot, but that's not the app's fault necessarily. It just didn't know the lie or the conditions of the day. It did miss a few shots, but all in all, I'd say it was pretty good. It got 90+% of our shots. Didn't have to make too many adjustments there. So we're gonna go ahead and say very well. We'll close that out. You can see your round history here, but now what we can do is, I shot 39 today, but we can break down the stats here of this round. So I had minus 2.3 strokes gained. Putting actually saved me strokes, which is surprising because I feel like it actually hurt me. My short game did hurt me though. A couple of chips just weren't good enough by my standards, so I lost 1.2 strokes there, and approach shots half a stroke, and driving got me into the most trouble. We know my driver wasn't working so great there. I was in bunkers and things like that. So if we look at round highlights, my longest drive was 255. My shortest, or my average drive rather, was 219. I hit 4 of 7 fairways, 5 of 9 greens and regulations. My average approach into the green was 133. Up and downs, I was only 1 for 3. For me, that's not great. I'd rather at least be 2 for 3. And total putt 17. So you can see the data here is extremely robust. I've got what helped me 25 to 50 foot putts. I actually gained 1.2 strokes. The 10 to 25 foot putts, I gained 0.4 strokes. And 100 to 150 yard approach shots, I was plus 0.2 strokes gained. there you go. You've got birdies, pars, bogeys. The pace of play, I played that round in 1 hour and 54 minutes, and I think my body probably shows that. And I was getting pressed the whole time. I had a group behind me that was pushing me the whole time, so we had to move fast there. I was +3 for the round, and I gotta say, I'm pleasantly surprised with how I played, basically for how hot it is and being pushed the whole way. I'm not gonna complain about that. It could have been better, like I said, could have been, you know, could have been even easily. I think if I made a couple of those shorter putts, you know, 4 feet, I missed a couple of those. I didn't chip so great. That's the difference today. But I really enjoyed it. Now, is this the perfect system? No, there's no perfect system out there, but this one is really, really good. And if you're thinking about buying this Arccos, again, check out playbetter.com. You're gonna get the best price there, the hassle-free 30-day return policy, and they support this show. Now, if you don't want the Arccos, you don't wanna buy it through Play Better, you can also support the show just simply by hitting subscribe. That helps me immensely as well. So I hope you did enjoy this one. If you did, hit subscribe, and I'll catch you next time on another edition of Let's Play Through.